Hello everyone and welcome back to this YouTube channel. My name is Julia and in today's clip we'll be discussing one product only, and that is going to be the L'Oreal Plump Ambition Hyaluronic Lip Oil. This is such a long name. I think I nailed it actually. This is a new launch that I've been trying and testing for quite some time. As some of you might know, this series is focusing on rating the product based on 5 pillars: packaging, formulation, versatility, compactness, and price point. But before jumping into that, let's apply this lip oil. Starting off with bare lips, I'm gonna apply this lip oil in a more kind of like sheared out way, just so we can see how it will look like on a natural kind of like base. However, I'm also pairing it up with a lip liner and building the consistency up, just because I want to show you that this is a buildable lip oil. Starting off with the packaging, this is quite of a nice component. It is really heavy. It is made with plastic, but it's like a very thick plastic. I think the detailing of it is gorgeous. You see the logo. It's kind of like a chrome cap and also like transparent bottle. You can definitely see even some way of pricing into the doe fat applicator. It is quite unique. I think the shape, it is quite like nice with that nib. However, what I did see online, which I actually haven't noticed personally, apparently they made this innovation of having little beads. What I can say about those massaging beads is I don't feel them that much. Like when you look at the applicator, you can see some beads forming with the product around where the magical massaging beads are placed at. And the thing is with that is, even by pressing, I don't think they necessarily do something. I feel they're a bit gimmicky in terms of packaging, if I'm honest with you. And so because of that, I can't give it a 5 out of 5. I would have given it a 5 out of 5 unless it didn't have that claim around the product, like being unique. But I can still appreciate that L'Oreal in general is really truly trying to bring newness into the industry, and sometimes they really smash it. AKA a good example that I have at hand is their roller eye serum, that it is 25 pounds, but I really love the packaging on it. With this one, however, I don't think you can feel the beads too much onto your lips in a way that it benefits your experience or the result, in all honesty. So I'm actually giving it a 4 out of 5. If it wasn't for the beads, then it would have been a 5, but you know, I'm taking those claims into account when I'm rating these sections. Moving on to formulation, what can I say about this product is, I love how it feels onto the lips. It is truly a lip oil. It's not sticky. Can you see any stringiness? You can't, because it's a lip oil. However, something that they personally towards me effed up is, this is a plumping lip oil. I need to be in the mood for this guy because it is tingly, it's mentally, it's not crazy. I tried, don't give me the NYX Plumping Duck Gloss because I've only tried it as a tester, and oh my god, that needs to be thrown into a trash bag. Who on earth is actually using that? Unless you're an influencer, I'm sorry, but in general, with me personally, I am not a massive fan of plumping lip glosses. However, with this one, I think because I really love the way it looks and the way it feels, except of like the mentaliness aspect of it, I can opt for it every now and then. If my lips are dry, God forbid, I'm staying away from it. It's again a 4 out of 5 because L'Oreal, if you wouldn't have tried to, be on board with these trends, you could have actually smashed a 5 on this. Onto versatility, obviously it's just one color out of like a massive range. What I can say prior to discussing this particular shade is that they do have quite an amount of choices. So obviously it's very personalized towards this color when it comes to this rating section. So I have here shade 641 Latte Glace, and I do think this is a very versatile color. It is quite like that, my lips but better sort of nude. I've tried it with so many lip liners, never disappointed me in terms of color, ever. When it comes to versatility, I will give it a 5 out of 5. It is really versatile. Which brings me to the next pillar, compactness, because it's so compact. It's a tiny little product. It doesn't have any kind of like crazy dents. It is having a bit of like extra glass around the actual place where you can find the product, but different than, for example, Lady Gaga House Labs, where I did discuss the same aspect and I was like, you know, it's a bit, you know, extra packaging unnecessary. I feel it's a lip product and I don't mind it as much when it comes to a lip product compared to a very heavy bottle of a foundation. I dare to say this is very compact friendly. 5 out of 5. I always grab this one with me at work. It is so easy to throw it in my massive bag, so easy to throw it in my little lunch bag. Let's talk about how much does it cost. $11.99, so 12 pounds. Listen, products are not anymore cheap, let's be honest. I saw today Naturium pushing for prices up, e.l.f. pushing for prices up, Rare Beauty has pushed for prices up, everyone is pushing for prices up for obviously the right reasons. Cost of living crisis, things are happening. Now this costs 12 pounds. L'Oreal has never been like extremely cheap. It has been affordable compared to obviously high-end brands such as, I don't know, Lancome, Estée Lauder, and things like that. But it's definitely not a revolution or MUA or collection price. I think if L'Oreal didn't push for those beads custom-made doe fat applicators, this could have been a bit cheaper. It comes at a 5 milliliter quantity, and so I was debating whether I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 or 3 out of 5. I decided to give it a 3 out of 5. Just because I feel if it was a 4 out of 5, it would have meant that I appreciated the doe fat applicator uniqueness. But I don't necessarily do. I feel like you could put just like a regular doe fat applicator and I'll still enjoy the experience. I think the beads just killed the price, which comes to a total rating of 4.2, which is a bit shocking to me because I would dare to say, obviously based on the rating as well, that this would be the only plumping gloss that I would dare to actually purchase. It is not crazy plumping, like crazy tingly, like it's actually bearable for me with someone who really hates this feeling. Like I can't stand it. However, even with that, it made it to the tier that I would definitely buy it, which is true. If I would go and look on the shelf of L'Oreal, I do think this would be my go-to choice. I do love a lip oil. I do accept the fact that this is plumping, but I do love its color and the fact that it's a lip oil. Me and lip oils are like this, and it would be probably the only lip oil I would ever buy that is plumping. Let me know if you can guess which product we'll be rating next time, or shall I say products? Ooh.